Good morning students. Today we are going to learn 9th class biological science. The topic is cell structure. From lower classes we are learning about cells, right? In this class we are going to learn cell different types and all cell organelles and its functions, prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cells and all plant and animal cells. Okay? Now coming back to the classes. And what is cell? It is a basic structure and functional unit of life, right? It is a living component. It can capable to perform all life processes. We'll see some activities of cell. Some cell activities. It can carry out all vital biological processes. The first one is it can carry out all biological processes. And it oxidizes the food material and produce energy and stores the energy. It oxidizes, produce energy and stores energy. Okay? The cell is oxidize the food molecules and produce energy and stores the energy. It can respire and exchange of gases in surroundings. Okay? It can respire. The next one is it can replicate its own self. Right? It can replicate. Each cell has some lifespan. The next one is each cell has lifespan. These are all some activities of cells. Okay? Biological processes, it oxidizes and produce energy and it stores the energy. It respires and it can replicate its own and each cell has some lifespan. These are all some cell activities. The cell is divided into two types, right? As we all know that the first one is unicellular. The second one is multicellular. What is unicellular? The organisms are single cell structures. Has single cell structures, organisms are called as unicellular. The examples we can take amoeba and paramecia. Amoeba and paramecia, right? The next one is multicellular. What is multicellular? The organism which consists of number of cells. It is called as multicellular. You can take examples like human beings. We have millions of cells, right? Human beings and plants, animals. These are all multicellular. Okay? This is about uni and multicellular. In 1665, the Robert Hooke was the first person who was observed the cell. Okay? In 1665, Robert Hooke. He was the first person who was observed cell. He was observed this core tissue under his own self-made microscope. When he observed like box-like structures. He observed box-like structures like this. outside structure, it was look like honeycomb. So later he gave the term that is cell. He gave the term that is cell. Okay. After invention of new scientific methods, what are those? Like microscopes, high resolution microscope, electronic microscopes. After invention of all these microscopes, the contribution of scientists were very easy. It was become very easy, right? So we'll see some contribution of scientists. In 1665, the Robert Hooke he observed soft tissue used self-made microscope. Self-made microscope, right? And gave the term cell. The next one is 1674. Leeuwenhoek. Rather sir, Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek. He used simple microscope. He used simple microscope. He observed unicellular organisms and nuclei. He observed nuclei and unicellular organisms. Okay. The next one is in 1838, Sweden. He is the scientist. He examined plant tissues. He examined plant tissues. In 1839, this one, he is a zoologist. He observed animal tissues. Animal tissues. Later, these two scientists joined together and proposed cell theory. The last one that is in 1953, the Watson and Crick. Already we know them, right? Watson and Crick. They proposed double helical model of DNA molecule. DNA molecule. These are some scientist contribution. Okay. In 1665, Robert Hooke he observed the curved tissue under his self-made microscope, and he gave the term like cell. And in 1674, the Leeuwenhoek he used a simple microscope. He observed nuclei and unicellular organisms. In 1838, the Scradian is a botanist. He examined the plant tissues. Okay. In 1839, the scientist he was Swan, the zoologist. He observed animal tissues. Later, these two scientists were joined together and they proposed cell theory. The last one, that is in 1953, the Watson and Crick, he proposed double helical model of DNA molecule. These are all some scientist contribution. Okay, now we'll see what is cell theory. Now we'll see what is cell theory. In 18 1830, the Sweden, just now we have seen, right? Sweden scientist, he is a botanist. He examined the plant tissues. He examined the plant tissues. Later, he proposed all plants consist of cells, and these are all structural and functional units of life. He proposed that all plants consist of cells. The next, in 1839, this scientist was Swan. He is a zoologist. He observed in animal tissues. Later, he proposed that all animals consist of cells. These are all functional units of life. Later, in 1839, these two scientists were joined together and proposed cell theory. Cell theory. The cell theory tells about cell is a basic unit of life. Basic structure and functional unit of life. Okay, it is divided by cell division. Cell division. Okay, this is about cell theory. Now we'll see what is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. What is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells? When the bacterial cell was observed under the microscope, it was fundamentally different from uni- and multicellular organisms. When the bacterial cell was observed, it was different from uni- and multicellular organisms. Based on that, it was divided into two parts. That was, first one is prokaryotic, the next one is eukaryotic cells. Okay? The first one is pro means early and primitive. Early and primitive. This is a diagram now. This is the diagram. This is prokaryotic cell. These prokaryotic cells, the genetic material of these cells has not closed by the membrane. Means what? This is single circular chromosome. This is capsule. The outer layer is called as cell wall. The layer which is below is called as plasma membrane. The structure is called as mesosome. Okay, this is a prokaryotic cell. This is prokaryotic cell. The genetic material of this cell is not closed by the membrane. It doesn't have any nucleus. So the genetic material like chromosomes lies freely in the cytoplasm. Freely lies in the cytoplasm. So it is a single circular chromosomes which lies in the cytoplasm. That's why it is called as a nucleoid. The chromosomes which lies in the cytoplasm What are cell organelles? Mitochondria, chloroplast, and Golgi complex. These are all called as cell organelles. The prokaryotic cells does not have cell organelles. We can take the examples like bacteria, cyanobacteria. These are all considered prokaryotic cells. Bacteria and cyanobacteria. Okay. These prokaryotic cells appeared 3,500 million years ago. Okay. This is about prokaryotic cells. Now we'll see the eukaryotic cells. Let's see eukaryotic. What is eukaryotic? Eu means true and complete. True and the one more meaning is complete. It consists of nucleus, right? The eukaryotic cells consist of nucleus. The genetic material of these eukaryotic cells are enclosed by membranes. We'll see the diagram now. We'll see the diagram. This is chromosomes which are present in nucleus. It consists of nucleus. It has cell organelles like Golgi complex and mitochondria. This is mitochondria. This is Golgi complex. This one is centromere. Okay, this is eukaryotic cell. The genetic material of this cell is enclosed by membrane. That means it has nucleus. The chromosomes will be lies in the nucleus. Okay, it has so many chromosomes. Where it has in the prokaryotic cells, the cells has only single circular chromosome, right? But in eukaryotic cells, it has many chromosomes which lies in the nucleus. It has cell organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi complex. It appeared in 2000 million years ago. It is advanced to the prokaryotic cells. It was advanced to the prokaryotic cells. We can take examples like what? Animals, human beings, and plants. These are all considered eukaryotic cells. Okay? Humans, plants, and animals. These are all considered eukaryotic cells. This is about your eukaryotic cells. Please take your homework. Please write down main differences of prokaryotic and eukaryotic. your homework. Thank you, students.